Welcome to the Lakers Pulse podcast. I am your host Nelson, and with me today I have Merge. What's up, Merge?
What's going on, man?
And with me today, I will have Clayton once he gets a couple computer issues resolved. But Merge, I wanted to get some of your thoughts on what do you think about Josh Jackson's workout so far? It's kind of been a crazy workout season where all these players are coming in for workouts because the Lakers are doing their research and all these guys, and since they didn't know that they were going to have this job earlier, I'm sure that they're like a little bit behind all of the GMs who have been scouting for a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the Lakers are taking into account their scouts that they've already had there, but I'm sure that they want to see some of the stuff. So I'm sure that's why they're bringing in so many players on workouts and for second workouts to really know what kind of players they are and get to know them better as the scouts have. So what do you think of Josh Jackson, both of his workouts so far?
So I think if you asked me at his Sacramento workout, I would have said they're just doing this kind of a formality. I think Lonzo is more likely going to be the pick.
Yeah.
But I think right now I'm at like 55-45 Lonzo, and I think Josh might be a real possibility. I'm happy with Lonzo or Josh. I think Josh and Ingram potentially could be awesome together. And then if you can somehow get Paul George as well, that 2 to 4 of some mixture of Paul George, Ingram, and Jackson will be ridiculous on defense potentially. And I think at this point, it seems like Josh has a good chance to be picked, honestly. I still think Lonzo's a pick. I think, there's been some like different type stuff they've been doing with Lonzo, like his first workout when they took him out for dinner, then they took him out for lunch, and then on Friday they're going to be doing like pretty much just following him around the whole day, right? I mean, which is weird. I've never seen that before, honestly. So I still think that type of stuff makes me lean Lonzo, and I'm happy with either. But it's been a very interesting past few days, to say the least, because Josh has given me a lot more to think about with who we're going to pick. So,
yeah, I think we were all kind of resigned to the fact that Lonzo was going to be the pick, and he was the heavy favorite, and that they'd kind of like give all the guys a workout, but they wouldn't really like bring him in for multiple workouts. So that's why it was kind of a surprise to see Josh Jackson get a second workout. So I think that he certainly has a legitimate shot now to be the Lakers pick, but I certainly still think that Lonzo should be considered the favorite. As far as other workouts from other top candidates, they brought in Dennis Smith Jr. for a workout, which supposedly he was awesome. Luke really liked him. It appears that he did well in the team setting. So I know Dennis Smith is your guy, Merch. So
guy.
what do you think his chances are of being drafted by the Lakers, and do you think that the workout really meant anything for us as far as what the front office is going to think?
I think he would be the third most possible. Even though De'Aaron, a lot of people still think De'Aaron is a favorite. I still think that he shows more in like individual or group workouts than Fox really can, just because of athleticism. He's a better shooter than him. They're probably about the same passers or something like that. And I just think the athleticism of Dennis kind of just like shows really well in workouts. And I think we're going to talk a lot more about Dennis tomorrow. But yeah. I'll probably be one of the few who would be not pissed off if we drafted Dennis Smith at like 2 or something. But if to capitalize value, I would much rather trade for those Kings pick or the Suns pick at 4 or something like that. The Magic's pick at 6, something like that, to get them there and capitalize value and get them that way. I do think that the fit with D'Angelo and Dennis, it might. I think people think it won't be that great because he's a very ball dominant guard, Dennis. But I think his vision is very underrated, because I think a lot of guards and forwards are being overshadowed by Lonzo's vision. People like Josh Jackson, Markelle Fultz, and Dennis Smith have very underrated vision, and they're like very above average passers. Dennis probably being the worst of the 3. He makes like a lot of basic reads, but he makes the right pass. He does have his 6'3" was a 6'3" wingspan. It's kind of worrisome for some. The defense, I think he could be really good on defense. It's just a matter of trying for him.
Right.
I think because I mean he had the same measurements as someone like Chris Paul, who no, I think Chris Paul's shorter, but having that athleticism can really help on defense. And he just didn't try a lot at NC State. Some of it I can understand, but some of it it was just him being a baby sometimes. But if he can really like lock in on that, I think he can be a good defender. But I think if we're going by chances, I think he'd be the third option for the Lakers.
Yeah, I think he certainly is a player that they're going to consider pretty decently now, just because of his athleticism that he showed and the 48-inch vertical that was reported by the Lakers, which I think it's pretty crazy that actually happened. But I think it's probably unlikely. But I think it was probably in the high 40s for sure.
Yeah, it's probably like an inch or two, like more. Because I think Larry Nance, and I think the Lakers are notorious for having a couple for their vertical measurements to be a little like generous. I think Zach LaVine had like a 47-inch vertical when he worked out for us. Larry had like a 45-inch vertical. So I wouldn't put too much stock in the 48, but I think it's definitely 44 plus.
Yeah. So I personally think that Dennis Smith is probably like definitely in the top three of the options when it all comes down to it, just because especially if the Lakers front office isn't that high on D'Angelo, then they can possibly view as Dennis Smith as the lead guard that they really need in case they feel that D'Angelo is that well on the ball and that he should play more off ball. I think that if they really feel confident that he's more of a two guard and that he should just run off ball dominantly, then I think that Dennis Smith could provide that balance of ball handling and creating. And I think that Smith's playmaking is definitely undervalued, but I think that if the Lakers don't feel like D'Angelo is this like all-star or a potential superstar, then I think that they can draft Dennis Smith knowing that here's a guy that has the elite athleticism and has that kind of ceiling. If that's more of the thing they're going for, and if you don't really believe that D'Angelo has those kind of tools, but I believe in D'Angelo still. I think he has that kind of ceiling. So I don't necessarily. I think I'd probably go more ball, just because I think that we have Ingram and Russell who are really good players. I think that ball would probably just fits better with the core, and I think his effect on the team is probably a little bit better. That probably makes me lean ball more. But Clayton decided to fix his internet now, so now he's joined the podcast since he's so busy doing other stuff or whatever. And I still hate Clayton. I won't get into the story why, but I hate Clayton with all my guts. So Clayton, Josh Jackson worked out. He had actually 2 workouts, as I just mentioned. What do you think of all of the workouts and all the rumors that were swirling around the workouts?
Well, the first workout was up in Sacramento, so I don't think it was really a Lakers specific workout, was it? I think they just attended.
Yeah.